So we got ourselves a commentary video. This was on my recommended, per usual, where I get a lot of my videos I'd like to watch, because I like hearing people talk, you know what I'm saying? I like hearing different opinions and then conforming my opinion, forming my opinion, or maybe sometimes I like to feel like I'm in good company with people who think alike, you know what I'm saying? Um, so this is a video titled The Pitfalls of Global Group Lyricism. This is an interesting title. I feel like this will be an interesting topic. I believe it's a cat's eye in the thumbnail, and I was getting a little bit of energy as to people ain't really messing with cat's eye like that, like on TikTok and stuff. I was getting that sentiment.
This is not intended to be a hate video towards Cat's Eye or Vicha or any global group, certainly not the members of the groups. I think disliking groups and members is genuinely miserable work all around. We need to start engaging with media earnestly. I'm wishing these groups all the best. I think Cat's Eye specifically is in a pretty tough situation as it is, as part of a collaboration with Geffen Records and being pretty much directly under the charge of Scooter Braun and Hype America.
Yeah, I forgot about that, man.
Truly wish them the best. Hope they can enjoy their upcoming debut. The song I'm talking about in this video is titled Debut, but it's actually not their debut. It's just a pre-release. Wishing them all the best. This video is mainly about the people writing these songs and or the teams building these groups' identities. Yeah, okay, let's begin. I think one thing that English releases and the beginning of global girl groups out of K-pop has proven for sure is that a lot of K-pop fans wouldn't be listening to K-pop if we fully understood the lyrics and what the songs we listen to are actually talking about. English
Say that one more time, sir.
Girl groups out of K-pop has proven for sure is that a lot of K-pop fans wouldn't be listening to K-pop if we fully understood the lyrics and what the songs we listen to are actually talking about.
That is an interesting take. That is a very interesting take. Hold on. Is that true? I ain't never thought of it that. Is that true? I don't know.
English versions of K-pop songs, as well as some of the more recent releases from the new global groups, seem to be overlooked or dismissed for their quite cringy lyricism. And
I'm not even gonna lie to you. In terms of like K-pop and lyrics, it's just like certain groups, I don't really look to them for lyricism. And sometimes I don't, like, in terms of lyrics, it's not that important to me with certain groups. Like if I know, or if the music video is literally just taking my mind away from everything, it's like, yo, fuck these lyrics. I'm still reading the lyrics as well, but like sometimes these music videos they be really putting their foot in these music videos, and like I don't really have the notion that the lyrics are gonna be like on introspective level. So it's like, I don't really expect lyricism to be godlike, god tier like. So it's like, I don't hold it to a high expectation. So it's like, if it's bad, it's bad. If it is, it is. I will point out some lyrics when it's like, it seems like it's like a lazy bar or it's like a predictable bar, or if I like the bar for being predictable, or if I like just how the song sounds, you know what I'm saying?
And sometimes it doesn't even take the lyrics being necessarily cringy for the song to be discarded, but rather just a dated or hollow song meaning. It definitely makes me think about how much of my enjoyment of some K-pop songs hinges on me not actively being able to process what is being said in the moment.
That is true. I feel like that's true. With me, I like to take first and second listens. When it comes to like my reactions and how I'm thinking, it's like my first initial reaction to the song. Sometimes I miss the lyrics. Sometimes I have to check back with sometimes I have to like re-listen to the song or rewatch the music video and be like, oh, this is what it is. But off first listen, I like to capture that first moment because it's like it's just purely just straight vibes, or just straight like, oh, my brain is working in real time. I like this. So it's like most of the time I like songs automatically unless they give me a reason to not like it, if that makes sense, because I love song making, and I love like different ways a song can go, even, and you just add on the groups that I like or just the concepts that I like. So it's like I would say depending on how the first 30 seconds go will depend on if my song will stay at 100 that I like or if it will go down in notches. I do think I kind of think that like if I do that, it might add more texture to the videos, and it might like have another layer of what's going on in my brain as I'm listening to these songs. Cause I'm like, sometimes these songs start off at 100 for me and it will just go down and down and down depending on what's happening, or it will stay at 100. I think I'm trying to make sense of it, but I don't know if it makes sense.
I unfortunately know what Got the Beats Step Back is about in general, but from lyric to lyric, I do appreciate not knowing what is being said, and I'd like to keep it that way. With that in mind though, this seems to be a problem for English in songs universally. Even in K-pop, there seems to be a heightened expectation for songwriting and lyricism from the perspective of English-speaking listeners. And the pitfalls for English songs about empowerment specifically are seemingly very susceptible to the corny and cringy allegations. I'm talking about the motivational, you or I can do anything and nobody can stop us kind of messaging. Cat's Eye's we ain't flexin', we do what we do, in my mind seems like the musings of an out-of-touch songwriter trying to tune into what the current lingo is among the kids. I think Dream Academy's preference for songs like Buttons and Wannabe informed us a lot about what direction Cat's Eye was going to go in musically, and their, quote, debut song, not debut song, but song that's called Debut is a pretty solid reflection of that. It sounds like your typical 2000s girl group song with a modern day twist, but I don't think it measures up by today's standards expressly for the reason of its lyrics. I don't need no 1, 2, 3 or bourgeoisie, I'll step in. Know just how to make a scene, just me, myself, my best friends. I like it, it's as simple as that. That's right, I like it, I keep coming back. I don't need nobody trying to tell me how to run it. Found myself some baddies, about to turn it to 100. They like it, it's as simple as that.
Okay, sometimes, I didn't go in depth in this song. I'm gonna just be honest. What the fuck? Okay, oh my gosh.
That's right, they like it, they keep coming back. These lyrics are fine, typical, and honestly, on average, maybe a little more advanced than what you'd hear out of most K-pop songs today, but it being entirely in English.
I'm not really feeling the lyrics.
English, and as it intends to market towards primarily non-K-pop listeners in the West, is where it becomes a bit of a problem that I think is worth, at the very least, discussing. If not K-pop fans, who is the audience for a song like Debut? I feel like K-pop companies, social and or marketing teams should have been able to flag this problem from a mile away, given the borderline crucifixion of Soyeon for her English songwriting on songs like Tomboy. If English-speaking K-pop fans are willing to demonize a non-native English speaker for her songwriting skills, then I would imagine the expectations for a group of members who are mostly fluent in English are going to be heightened. I don't defend this type of criticism as
maybe, I don't know, because in my opinion, I think just the fact that it comes from K-pop, like a K-pop foundation, kinda, it's like English into K-pop, not like K-pop into English, if that makes sense. Like, this is a K-pop song, or just like a K-pop like foundational song in all English. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it wouldn't really be as heightened, and instead of like fucking who's a Western artist that came over into K-pop? Who's a Western artist that's known for his lyrics coming into K? Like J. Cole and On the Street, like that. Like, I feel like that's what it is, and I'm using that because that's who I can remember off the top of my head. But I'm like, I don't know, man. It's like it's like a when in Rome type of thing. That's what I'm thinking of this as.
Someone who studies linguistics, I do think all of this stems from a place of linguistic discrimination, even the criticism that native English speakers get, but I don't dwell on this. I think it's also completely fine and okay to have high expectations when it comes to songwriting. It's a musical preference, right? Some people approach music specifically for the purposes of good songwriting and lyrics.
And also, what I'm thinking of, like, when a group literally just comes out, I'm thinking like there's like a I'm thinking like there's a lifespan of a musician. Like for me, a musician, depending on where you're trying to go, starts out with like lyrics that are just like bleh lyrics, just saying whatever. And then as you age as a musician, it gets more and more introspective or more and more good songwriting, as if like you're like practicing as you go, like growing your artistic ability as you go. I wouldn't really expect a group that just got here to have it down packed. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't expect that, in all honesty.
And if we look at the Western music market today, that is very much an observable expectation that people have. If
I like Good Luck Babe. Not Like Us. Oh shit, really? $1 Million Babies on today's top hits? Are you serious? Oh wow. Huh. That's interesting. Okay.
Pibe Geffen is intending to market Cat's Eye towards the West, I think they need to reconcile with this in some way. Most of the English music and pop culture today doesn't really focus around this idea of flexing on the haters anymore. And if a song does discuss things like self-empowerment, it usually, almost always, cuts straight to the point and doesn't rely on language conventions, phrases, and terms adopted by pop culture to stand in place for what they actually mean. The closest thing I could think of right now in terms of this kind of back-off haters narrative type of song in English is You Should See Me in a Crowd by Billie Eilish, who was around 17 when the song was written and released. It's still technically a
I really like that album, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
love song by nature, focusing on the power dynamic in a relationship, but can also be doubly interpreted as a back-off haters, I'm the one in control here type of empowerment song. It doesn't really register as that though, because Billie and her brother Phineas write the song in a way that gets straight to the point. It's primarily the lyrics, but also the supportive production on this song that transforms its message into something valuable and capable of positive reception in the current day. There's a lot of differences between debut and You Should See Me in a Crown. It's maybe not the best comparison, but the primary difference I want to point out for this discussion is the song's specificity. You Should See Me in a Crown is a song about empowerment, but outlines how that empowerment comes about specifically, which is important. The song is written to depict the narrator as an overbearing monarch who has control over everything. It's not crazy specific, but you're presented with an idea of why the song is titled what it is by the end of listening to it.
Oh, see, this is why I like music, man. Get down to the nittiest of grittiest. I love song structure, and sometimes in song structure, where it's like a bunch of elements in a song, I turn my brain off to certain aspects when I can kind of tell what's being like put to the forefront. Like if I can understand what's being put in the back seat, I would just like put that shit in the back seat. You know what I'm saying? Like putting like packing your bags into a compact car. You feel me? Me being the driver is the driver in the driver's seat. I feel like I'm the most important because I'm taking these things to where it needs to go. The going in the back seat, the bag's got to be in the back seat because I need things while the driver needs clothes and things and needs luggage. But the most important thing is the driver and the trip itself. Like what I'm saying, like maybe if a music video has a lot of, or a song has a lot of elements to it, there are things that are going to be in the front and the back seat, but the back seat sometimes doesn't have to have the same, I guess, importance, because it's like, okay, if I'm the driver and I need clothes, the specific type of clothes don't really matter, to be honest. In a grand on the grand scale, I don't know. Am I making sense? I don't.
Everybody is going to metaphorically bow down to the narrator. Cat's Eye's depiction of empowerment is a much more general intimidation tactic about warning anyone who wants to pull up on them. Again, we ain't flexin', we do what we do. Wanna pull up on us? Check in at the gate and come through.
I don't see this as threatening. I see this as like we are higher on a totem pole. We are in a gated community. You want to come to our house? Come to this gated community.
We can run it. No, this ain't a debut. What does the title of the song mean? What is it that they do? I know this may sound kind of weird or silly to point out, but I really do think this is the biggest glaring issue with the song lyrically, as it intends to market towards Western audiences.
And also, it's like, I'm just thinking of like a group that just came here. Like, y'all niggas, you gotta get some dirt on your jacket. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm currently watching The Game, right? The show from 2006. Kyla's making me watch this. Like, the main character literally was trying to get endorsements, and he just got there. Mind you, he was like the 60th pick. You know what I'm saying? Like, You can't be popping shit. I feel like you shouldn't be popping shit, and you shouldn't be expecting all these perks that come with being, in this case, a football player. If you literally just got here and you kind of just got here, and there was more of a possibility of you not getting here in front of you than the possibility of you actually getting here. Like, you was a 60th pick, you ain't the 15th pick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, and I'm just speaking from a broader sense, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it's like, and I'm not even gonna say it disrespectfully. I'm gonna be like, bro, y'all gotta get a little dirt on y'all football jerseys before y'all start popping shit. That's what I'm thinking of when it comes to like a group or an artist specifically that's trying to get somewhere and have longevity. You know, like, I don't know if that sounds bad. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, bro, if you want to be here for a long time, you can't start close to the finish line. You have to start at the starting point. Everybody starts at zero. You know, everybody starts at zero. Like, now, and I do want to say thank you to everybody. You know, we just reached 250,000 subscribers. You know, our community big. I love y'all. Shout out to y'all. But I'm saying, like, when I first started, I didn't really have the mindset of talking big shit like I would say, like, Briz. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a lot of subscribers and shit. Like, I just wanted to be as authentic as possible to myself, and whatever happens, happens. Albeit my first video was very crazy and it was an insane introduction. But at the end of the day, I wasn't like talking as if like, yeah, I'm on that. Man, fuck you know what I'm saying? Fuck the haters. Fuck the haters. I do what I do because I just got here. Nobody knew who the fuck I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to get a little dirt on my jersey. And I feel like I gotten a lot of dirt on my jersey. But like, it's a lot more dirt to get on my jersey. So I'm not really like popping shit. I don't want to pop shit unless I literally feel the need that I need to. And I don't really ever feel like I need to pop my shit because I just don't really want to do that. Well, on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Like on YouTube, on songs, sometimes I just need to exude some, I need to let off some steam. But yeah, it's more or less like, like, it's interesting to hear a group that just got here talk about we do checking the gate, da 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 da. Like, bruv, no.
It seems to signal that Cat's Eye isn't new to whatever this is. Effectively, this isn't my first rodeo kind of song. But as far as what they're dealing with and or how they're dealing with it, we aren't given the answer. We don't know. And I think that's why it doesn't really work, at least in the sense that it's trying to appeal to a market and audience of English speakers who notoriously are very selective when it comes to lyricism. And now that I'm thinking about it, it does seem like most young artists out of the West today typically gain exposure and success because of their lyricism and or the production in the song and how that helps convey the song's overall message. I'm thinking about Billie Eilish, Olivia Rodrigo in terms of lyrics supported by production, and artists like The Kid Laroi and Tate McRae in terms of production supported by the lyrics. Debut song credits feature some very well-renowned English songwriters who have worked on some of the biggest songs in the past couple of years and decades. Ryan Tedder is credited on this song, who has previously worked for Beyonce on songs like Halo and EXO. It's in this way, looking at the credits, that I feel like it's definitely not a lack of ability on behalf of the writers, and more so, maybe what the collaborators between Hybe and Geffen Records have in mind with this group's identity. I imagine they obviously had earlier Western groups in mind with this song during the process of either shopping out for demos or requesting this song to be made specifically for Cat's Eye. And
one thing that I'm actually, and not to cut you off, my guy, one thing I am kind of worried about is like, now that Hybe is over doing this Geffen bullshit, I'm kind of hoping that this Western company does not look at this K-pop company as a lick. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally just using K-pop as a way to just make more money. And just, that's literally just what it is. Not the getting the K-pop aura out there and like actually caring about the musicality and like actually like providing literally the Western audience with another type of avenue and another way to convey the sole purpose of music and art. And I'm kind of feeling like that might be where it is and where it's going. I kind of don't want to see these groups fall flat in the process of this, just trying to get money, because now people are seeing K-pop as a lick. And I don't want that. I really don't want that to happen, because that's just going to take away from just what I fell in love with this genre, or this whole industry. It's just going to taint it for me. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere, but it's just going to be, my heart going to be broken.
I think this is roughly where the problem lies. Debut suffers from stretching itself out to touch the past and present of the girl group industries, while also stretching out in another direction to draw influence from the K-pop idol industry. The problem here to me, or the main problem, is that I don't think an idol group is all that marketable in the West outside of existing K-pop fans. And I think if the song isn't able to stand by itself in terms of meaning, Cat's Eye doesn't really have anything to deliver to the Western marketplace. I don't want to get it misconstrued. The song is completely fine by itself, and notably, I think if it was in Korean, it probably would have been more well received among K-pop fans at the very least. It just doesn't seem like the Western marketplace has room to consider a song with a message like this. Again, even the observable majority of K-pop fans have a low tolerance for English songwriting nowadays. Debut gets disadvantaged over its lyrical content, but also the song's inherent message about running up on people who don't like them. I think the solution for groups like Cat's Eye and Vicha is to develop a heavier focus.
Running up on people who don't like them. That's so funny, because y'all not like that. Why y'all running up on people who don't like you, cuz?
Focus on lyricism and song meaning. With Vicha in mind in this discussion, I think their more recent song Only One is the example to lead by, but this isn't to say that global groups should drop empowerment messages in favor of love songs. I think love songs are going to have an easier time evading the cringy allegations by default of love songs being inherently cheesy in a lot of ways. I think that's why Only One can get away somewhat unscathed with lyrics like, "Picture me looking so cute like OMG." It's cheesy, but in a good way that makes sense. I think the song is well produced as it is intended to be a love song. That being said, I do think songs like YO Universe and Girls of the Year suffer in the same way that Debut does over parts of its lyrical content. I think empowerment songs are fine, but they just need to have better meaning and lyricism behind them in order to evade the cringy allegations. We in Flexin, we do what we do is not going to cut it, in my personal opinion. We need specificity, and that seems like what the Western music market is looking for in terms of song meaning. This is my analysis of what's going on and what the solution to these problems can be. Both groups' respective companies have access to some of the best songwriters in the industry, but also maybe put some of the songwriting responsibilities in the hands of the members themselves. Some of the most successful artists in the West.
Yeah, you mean what really should be happening? Yeah.
Today are writing their own songs, or at least have some kind of hand in the songwriting process. That's what I think about this. A kind of problem I observe with global groups that seems to stem from the same problems people tend to have with English songwriting and K-pop in general. Thanks for watching this video. If you did, definitely let me know what you think about this.
This was an interesting take. Like, I didn't expect that take at the beginning. What do y'all think? I really feel like, and am afraid of, like, just companies taking away the essence of literally art, and it's gonna get to a point where it's like, bro, why would we even want to be an artist if, like, people are just gonna exploit the almighty fuck out of it? You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel bad. It really does. I'm not gonna lie. Geffen, y'all need to get y'all shit together, bro. Hybe and Geffen, y'all need to get y'all shit together. If y'all really gonna do this shit knowing that y'all got this dirt on y'all jacket that's not really the nice type of dirt. It's like the terrible dirt. The cancerous dirt. Like that type of dirt. Y'all gonna have to step y'all shit up, bro. Shit, I don't even know, man. This is what do y'all think? I don't know. I feel like this is just a gumbo for disaster, to be honest. And I'm just hoping, like, groups get success for the hard work they did. That's what I'm hoping for. Really, I don't know.